Hi everyone, it's Jessica from Pretty Prints and Paper, and I am going to show you a quick tutorial based on something I've seen from Trin Tollefson on Instagram. I will show you her link down below, but she showed me this really cool watercolor trick that I am going to show you today. These are all the things that you need. I have watercolor paper, a jar of water. Most importantly, I've got the Sakura Glaze Jelly Roll pen in clear, and then I've got several different watercolor choices. So you don't need all of these, but these are just some of the extended versions of my collection, which includes the Artist Loft basic watercolor set from Michaels, which works great. I've just gotten these Dr. P.H. Martin's liquid watercolor, and then I've also got my Kiritaki Gansai Tambi watercolors as well. Today I am feeling the teal, so I will be using this and a little bit of the purple. If you have been following along with any lettering challenges this month, List Letters does the Together We Letter series, and so I'm going to do a play off of her prompt, Space. At first, I'm going to put some washi tape down on my watercolor paper just to hold it flat so that it doesn't curl up and warp as much when I start painting on it. So the prompt is space. I'm going to do a little play off of the concept of white space with this. I'll be basically using this clear glaze color as a resist. So if you've been seeing people use like the masking fluid and stuff, this is what I was using first before spending the money on masking fluid. So that's what I'll be playing around with. I sketched out kind of what I wanted my text to look like, my lettering, playing off that concept, putting most of the text and the color in one corner of the paper. And I'll be using this pen to draw out my lettering. So the key with using this is that it needs to be really thick. So making sure that you go slowly and letting the ink flow out and pool a little bit as you go along to make sure you're getting as much of the glaze on there as possible to make the resist look as clean and thick as possible. So the key here is that you have to really let this dry. So if you start painting on it, it will seep underneath and it doesn't quite resist as well. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit and prepare our watercolors. I'm using one of those Artist Loft brushes. It's a number 6. Nothing special. I just wanted to have a big, thicker brush. And I'm just going to put some water into the dry pans to let that start seeping in while the glaze dries. So I'm just taking some water and I'm just going to brush it over the watercolor paper. There's no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing this, but just to add water onto the paper. Wherever the water goes is where the paint's going to go. So I'm just brushing the water over the top. Then when you're ready, you go ahead and just grab some of the watercolor and start dropping it in. I'm just pulling some of this beautiful teal into the water. I'm not using any kind of formula here. I'm just pulling the colors in wherever I kind of want to and moving them around in the water to get the desired effect. You can see that some of the paint has seeped in underneath the glaze, and so it's not a perfect technique, but you can always practice and experiment some more with adding some more thickness to it to get a more opaque white resist. I'm cleaning it up a little bit with some tissues and a Q-tip, but just a really quick and easy watercolor tutorial. If you liked this, make sure to subscribe, like, share if you want to, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks, guys.